The boat you can see behind me is the Majesty 110 from Golfcraft. It's an absolutely magnificent 34-metre super yacht, and Golfcraft have very kindly allowed me to do an access all areas tour on this one. So we're going to go and have a look around, and we're going to look at everything. We're going to look at the guest spaces, we're going to look at the deck spaces, the engine room, the crew area, the lot. Let's go. Now the first thing to mention as we step on board is this, which is called a transformer. Now rather than a passerelle as you often have, as you can see on these other boats, this makes a really easy step on, but it does more than that. If we actually step onto it, you can see it's got steps down to the boat, and inside there is the garage for the tender and a jet rib. And what this transformer does is it actually comes right down flush, and then you can put your jet ski or your tender on it and launch it. You can also drop this right down into the water, and these steps, instead of going up, go down, and that makes a great access to the water. But anyway, let's press on, because there is much to see on this boat, and all of it is spectacular. So we'll start off with this aft cockpit area, and then there's a nice cockpit under the shade of this overhang, so masses of space at the back here to sit and enjoy. But we're going to head inside first of all. So this area is, as you can see, absolutely spectacular. You've got this fantastic social area just here. I love some of the details, like these chairs, the way they've designed those. Everything on this boat is made in-house by Golfcraft. They don't import anything in, just the raw materials. I love this balcony on the side, and the wood in here is eucalyptus, and it's a natural finish. Looks really good, very subtle, very nice. Okay, ahead of this is the dining area. You also got the AV system on the wall there. That's all Bang & Olufsen, so it's all real top quality gear on here. Let's head on through. A lot of ground to cover on this boat, of course. And we will find access there out onto the side decks on that side. And in here, there is the day toilet. So that's obviously for guests to use, so you don't need to go into any cabins. Right, further forward on the main deck, there is this huge cabin. This is normally the master cabin, and you'll understand why I say normally in a moment. But this is a really great area. So you've got this office as you come in, big window, so a terrific view out of Cannes today, because we're down at the Cannes Boat Show. And then ahead of this is the actual bedroom. How lovely is that? This of course is all storage here, all the way across here. There's a nice little dressing table on this side, and then if we go on round, we will find the ensuite. There's a big rainfall shower, as you might expect, at the back there. Twin sinks, really good size, really beautifully finished, and even little details like this is Bang & Olufsen remote control for the AV system, so you can control the sound in here if you want to. But what a great cabin that is. Superb. But as I say, incredibly, on this one, not the master. We will come to that. Okay, let's head on round, back through the office. And actually another thing worth mentioning as we go past here, this is all the servers and AV system. I think what we'll do next is we'll actually head into the crew area, and then we'll come back out and down to the lower accommodation. So there's a concealed door here, takes us into the laundry area and a lobby, and then as we head on through here, we can't really call this a galley, this is a full-on kitchen. Look at the size of this. How impressive is that? So you've got obviously all cooking gear here, and then there's more. There's a wine cooler down here, coffee maker, and all of this is all your chilled area. So all of this is things like freezers, there's one there, one on that side, and fridges. So there's masses of chilled food area, and drinks of course. And then leading off from here, if we come back round and down to the left, we have got crew cabins. So they're tucked away down here. There are two of them. They are both twins. I'll just show you one because they're exactly the same and speed things up. So this is what you get for the crew cabin, and of course this has an ensuite, which you can see through there. And the one on the other side, these are wardrobes of course, and that is the other one, exactly the same. Okay, let's head on out of here. Now what you can also do from here, of course, some quite clever crew routing, because there is a side door, so the crew can go straight out onto the side deck and down and off the boat or up to the foredeck without going through the guest areas. But also this door here of course allows you to serve straight out to this dining table. But let's go on around and we'll head down to the lower deck and I'll show you some more of the guest cabins. So back through here, and we find a stairwell just around here, and we'll head on down. Look how they finished this, it's absolutely beautiful. So at the back there are two big double guest cabins. That's one of them. It's got obviously again all your AV equipment is in here. Nice little dressing table area, and this of course has its own ensuite. And then we come back out of here, we will find pretty much the same thing next door. These are all wardrobes down here. As I say, very similar cabin. And then ahead you have two more cabins, and these are singles. So two singles in here, ensuite of course, and then let's go out of here and we find the same thing here. And one interesting thing in here, you can see it displayed, is they have Pullman berths in. So if you want to sleep three, if you've got kids on board for example, you can drop that one down and that just gives a bit of extra sleeping capacity if you need it. Okay, let's head on around here again, the ensuite to this cabin. Okay, we're going to go up two decks now. Now this is a 34-metre yacht, but unusually it is a proper triple decker. So we've got a staircase here, head on round, and if we follow it on round we'll find another staircase. Now quite often on a triple decker yacht what you get up here of course is another saloon area, but they've done something a little bit different on these. Now these are semi-custom build, so you can have pretty much whatever you want, and what's been chosen on this boat, rather impressively, is a really fantastic master cabin up on this deck. So this whole area is for the owner. Look at that, that is just superb. And that then opens straight out onto this mid-level deck where you find a jacuzzi and access up to the sun deck. But before we do that, let's just have another quick look in here and also head forward because the bridge is on this level as well. So we'll head on through here. Actually well worth having a look while we're here at the master bathroom as well, because it is quite literally a bathroom. Check out the bath, and of course it's a jacuzzi bath as well, and that big mirror has a TV built into it, so if you want to lie in the bath and watch TV you can do. That is a magnificent area. Okay, let's head on forward and we'll take a look at the bridge. So that is up through here. And this is where the yacht is actually operated from. At the minute we've got the forward sunshade up, so you haven't got a great view out. Obviously you would never run with a boat like that, but we'll have a look at that area in a moment. But this is obviously well worth a look at. It's a very impressive bridge area. So you've got full control of the boat. This here, for example, is all your systems, so everything is controlled on this. From tankage to electrics to whatever you want really. Okay, let's come out of here and we will take a look at the sun deck. So we'll come back through this cabin, dipping back on ourselves a little bit, but hopefully you'll excuse that. Head out here, and these steps then take us on up to the sun deck. So up here you've got this big shade over it, of course, a great seating area and a bar, and then at the back this is left completely open, so you can have the sun pads you've got here. We can put extra seating on here, and another thing worth noting is that there is a sunshade that comes out of this trailing edge, so if you want to put some shade over your hot tub you can do. And at the head of this there is another helm position, so the boat can be driven from up here if required. And of course also up here, tremendous view out across the front. Very nice. Okay, let's head on down and I'll show you some of the deck areas, and then we'll look at the engine room, because that is pretty spectacular too, as you can imagine. So from here we're going to take a walk up to the side of the boat, We'll go past the access to the bridge. That's over here on the left. And this takes us up to the foredeck area. So this is this foredeck entertaining area. As I say, you've got the shade here if you want it. You've got a great sunbathing area ahead of that. And if you go right down to the front of the boat, and of course this is another crew area. So for handling lines, anchoring, that kind of thing, you can see it's got the twin anchor winches here. And we'll go right to the front and we'll take a look back down this boat. How cool is that? Okay, let's head on back, because the last thing to show you is the mechanical areas, and they're pretty spectacular. Now this gives you a good idea of the crew routing, because you can come right around the side of the boat. You don't need to go through it at all. Steps then are down here, and I mentioned earlier when we were in the kitchen that there was a door that took you straight out. Well, that door is this one just here, so crew can come out of the kitchen area straight down the side of the boat. They don't need to go through the guest areas, so that just keeps it all nice and discreet. And we'll head right to the back. We're back into this aft deck, and then over on this side, this is where we access the engine space. So let's head on down here and take a look. Now down here, one thing worth pointing out is that there is a little crew mess area. So they've got their own area to come down, let's have something to eat, and some of them to relax. But also in here is the captain's cabin, so that's a totally separate little zone for him. There's a bed in here, storage of course, as you'd expect. He gets his own ensuite shower, toilet and so on. So that's pretty cool, but what we're down here to really see is the engine space, and that, if we go back around here, is through this door. Here we go. Now these are Caterpillar C32 engines. They are just under 2,000 horsepower each, and they are giving this boat a top speed of about 24 knots and a cruising speed of about 18 knots, and that's at cruising speed, giving a range of about 1,500 miles. So it's got some serious reach, but this is a great area. It is full standing headroom, of course, as you'd expect, so it's a very nice area to move around. Really clean, really well laid out. And if you go right to the back, then there is engineering spaces back behind the engine room. They're down here. So you've got, for example, pumps and air conditioning areas and so on. The generators as well. You can just see one over there, and the other one is over on that side. And then you've got the controls are on here. They're easy to get to. And then up ahead is all of the distribution boards and switch panels. Very nicely laid out. Excellent. Okay, let's head on back up. So that, as they say, is that, the Golf Craft Majesty 110. That is an absolutely magnificent super yacht. Hope you enjoyed that tour. If you have, do give the thumbs up a quick click for me. And if you hit subscribe and the little bell icon, we've got a load more of these tours coming. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.